Today on Drawing with Molly, we're going to draw a honey bear.
Okay, I decided to draw a bear that's grumpy because I thought it would be neat to draw like maybe a tree and maybe a beehive up there with honey in it that he can't reach. So, well, the bears can climb trees, but I think it'll be funny. So what you'll need is paper, a pencil, and something to draw with, and an eraser. You can use the eraser on the back of your pencil, but I usually use the big eraser if I have a lot of erasing to do. So the first thing I'm gonna do is draw the bear. So I'm gonna start with some shapes. First shape I'm going to start with is a square. It's gonna be kind of a big square. This is gonna be the body of the bear. So I want it about that big. Then I want his head to rest on his shoulders, but it's not gonna be on top like a robot. It's gonna be right in the middle because he's kind of slumping. So my second square is going to go here, but it's gonna go on top of the big one. See, it's setting right on top. And what I'm gonna do is erase this middle line. Not gonna need that. Okay, now I think let's do his legs. So down here, I'm gonna go in and in. I'm gonna curve in from the corners of my square. So I'm gonna go in and in, but not all the way in, because I'm gonna maybe make his big bare feet sticking out. So that's one side and the other, and this is where the middle is. I'm gonna draw, I didn't start at the square, I started right there. And I want big bare feet. So I'm gonna go out and then I'm gonna go around like that. He's got big bare feet. I'm gonna go out like that. It's kind of a cartoon bear, so he doesn't really have like claws on his feet, but we can do little lines to show where his claws would go. All right, and then what I can also do is erase this line now. So you won't see that, but you will see like a big bear belly right here. So we're gonna draw his belly. The first thing is for this line, I'm gonna draw a line that goes like that. That's kind of where his belly's gonna start, but the big bear belly is gonna go right there. I'm gonna go all the way up to the top of the square. I'm gonna erase some of that because we need to have his arms go there too, but that's a start. All right, if at any time I'm going too fast, you just pause the video and catch up to us. Let's draw his face. Now, normally I can draw different kinds of eyes, but I think for today, he's gonna have like two beady bear eyes. I'm gonna color in really good with my pencil. And you know, he's kind of grumpy, so he's gonna have some angry eyebrows. You can tell how a character's feeling just by looking at their eyebrows. Now his nose, I'm gonna do it a little off center a little bit. And I'm gonna do a little oval, and I'll fill that in. And his mouth is just gonna be a little frown right there. Now, to make his nose look more like a snout, here's a little trick. You just draw a soft line over it like that. And then that makes it look more like a snout. All right, let's give our bear some ears. Around here, starting from this to there, we're gonna draw a circle around the corner. And then we're gonna draw a bigger one around that. It's gonna be the inside and outside of the ear. And do the same on the other corner. And then go ahead and erase. I'll use my pencil since it's big. I'm gonna erase the corner of the square. You're gonna need to fill in parts that you didn't mean to erase like that. There. Now, I'm gonna draw 2 lines of there. Kind of shows he's mad, but also maybe his hair's sticking up a little bit. Okay, he needs arms. So here's where, because right now he looks just like a boxy bear, and actually these corners are going to disappear. But we're gonna start here, right where this square met that square. And watch, I'm gonna just draw straight through these lines and curve around, and that's gonna be his first arm and elbow. So it goes shoulder, arm goes down there, and then do the same over here. Now this is gonna be the hardest part, so I'm gonna go slow, and you can go ahead and pause the video every time you need to. So from here, I'm gonna draw a line from this elbow, that's his elbow, and his arm is gonna go here, but I'm gonna stop right there. So I'll draw a little line to show where I'm gonna stop. So I'm gonna go around and stop right there. Now right now this looks very strange, but it'll make sense when you're done. A lot of times when you're drawing or painting, it doesn't look like what you want it to look like yet until all of a sudden you're like, oh, I got it. All right, now over here, this one's gonna go from here all the way up to his chin, right there. So watch, I'm gonna go down, around, I'm gonna go in. I went up a little too high. You don't want it to curve too much. In, up to his chin. In fact, his, see how his elbow, I'm gonna make his elbow like a little bit pointier. There you go. His elbow looked too big. Okay, now this line can go right there. All right. Now, watch. His arms are actually gonna be folded. And so that's what you're seeing right now. So I want to see this, let's do some erasing, that'll help. So I want you to erase this corner and this corner of that square. This will help you see it better. And then I want you to erase everything inside these lines. So the side line here in his elbow and his tummy line right here. Not his head, but this line going up right there and that line. So go ahead and pause it if you need to so you can erase that and get caught up. Okay, now this line actually, I think I want this line to curve over a little bit. So I'm gonna take this line and curve it over a little bit. And then what I want is I want a line that starts here and it's gonna curve over, oops, broke my pencil. It happens once every video, over there, okay? So now if you look, his arms are crossing. Can you tell that his arms are crossing? So this arm is going into there. This arm's going in here. His arms are crossing. That's gonna be the hardest part. That's even hard for me, so. And it will look better once we color it too. Okay, so there's our bear. He's mostly done. We'll color him soon, but I want to draw a tree. Now, when you draw a tree, you can just draw like 2 lines up and kind of a cloud on the top, but I like to make my tree a little bit more interesting. Oh wait, we could draw the ground now. So like we know where the bear is going. We always draw the ground after because we want to make sure we match it up. Otherwise he's going to be floating in air. We never know where his feet are going to land. So now I can draw the tree. I'm not going to start here. I'm going to start here because it kind of is going to be ahead of him a little bit. And I'll draw a line up. And over here, I'll draw another line up to match it. But trees just don't go across. They kind of, the base you can see right there. You know, when you look at a tree, it doesn't have a flat base. It has kind of zigzags where it goes into the ground. And I'll erase that. So there's the trunk of the tree. And here I'm gonna just draw a little circle and a little circle inside, like that, kind of a spiral. We're gonna have one branch of the tree going out and up, and do the same here, out and up. And let's put like a little, oh, come on, little bit there. There's one branch. Now this branch is gonna be up a little further. So I'm gonna draw my tree trunk up and do the same, go out. It's gonna be a big branch. Go out, and then up here, go out. This one's gonna go over and up, over and up. Let's draw a bigger bit of leaves there. Can erase. All right, I'm gonna keep drawing my tree up, and it's gonna kind of come to a fork. A fork is when it separates. So I'll draw that side up, I'll draw that side up, and then I'm gonna draw a V right here, because the part of the tree is going that way and part of the tree is going that way. So if you draw a V, that separates it. And then I'm gonna draw some leaves there and a big thing of leaves here. And it's okay if it kind of goes into each other. It's supposed to be. And I like leaving it off a little bit because you know that the picture will continue as you go. Okay, now the last thing we need is a beehive. We're gonna have it hanging right here from this branch right here. And so I'm gonna draw a very thin oval right there. And then to make the next part, I'm gonna draw the same kind of oval, but a little smaller. So it's gonna stack like this. Each oval gets a little smaller, so each oval will start in a little bit. Just keep drawing ovals till the last one you can just draw like a little cap. Let's draw some bees. Now they are small, so they're not gonna have a lot of detail. So what I like to do is just draw little ovals with 2 wings. Draw a bunch of bees going around. And do an oval with 2 wings. You can give them a little eye if you want. Oval with 2 wings. You can draw as many bees as you want. You can even draw some over here flying around here. Okay, I think we're ready to color. So our bear can be whatever color you want. I'm kind of traditional about bears, so I'm gonna draw them brown. What I'll do is I'll trace around all of the outsides of our bear. Now watch though. Oh, here's a part I did not erase. See this right here? You can't see his chin. That's a little bit better. I don't want to see that part. Okay. And then watch, the part that I'm going to trace is down here, but then make sure we're doing the hardest part. Trace around on those lines that we made. See how it's starting to look better? And if you do not get discouraged and do not get frustrated and don't quit if your arms don't look like shoulders crossing, Just do the very best you can because you know what they are. And especially if this is the first time you've ever drawn something like this where you're really trying to make those arms cross, it's hard. So I'm proud of you for trying. If you have a black, now I purposely used my pencil. My black crayon is getting kind of dull, so I used my pencil pretty dark there. But I'm gonna do that. I think what I'll do, see if I have like a cream color. I'm gonna color his tummy kind of a peachy cream color. But you can also, a trick is you can use an orange and color so lightly. But then the rest, oh, you know what? Let's put a little cream color in his ears too. Just in that inside part. Just makes his ears stand out. So then we're gonna color our bear. And his elbow. Especially if you drew a big bear. My hand's getting kind of tired, so shake your hand out like that. Like that. Makes it feel better. All right. I might as well keep my brown in my hand. It got a lot of tree to color. Now this is a humongous tree. Big tree. I'm not gonna color it in like I did the bear, but I am tracing around the outside. And let's see, I'll even trace around this spiral thing. I always push a little harder when I'm tracing around the outside. Careful, don't go into the beehive. Just because it's easier. Now, trees have bark that kind of goes up like this, so all I'm gonna do is just draw lightly. See how I'm not even getting, it's not supposed to look, it's not supposed to look full of color. See if you do that, it looks more like real bark. And then I'll even take a black to make it a little darker. And I won't color as much as the brown, but I'll just do a little bit of black, just to darken it up a little bit. A couple in the branches. Same thing with the green. If you did the sea turtle yesterday, same thing. Like the leaves are green, but they're not all the same color green. Some are darker than others. So it's okay not to color this part in all the way. So just kind of color in like a cloud. Like that. And if you want to make it a little bit more interesting, you can take the lighter green and color right on there. It just gives it a different color. Oh, let's do the ground. We know it's grass and he's not standing on like a pavement or anything because it is wavy like that. There we go. All right, I think I'll probably use an orange for the beehive, and I'll do the same thing I did with the tree. So I'll trace around with the orange. I'll trace on my beehive with the orange, and then I'll just color it in a little bit, but then I'm going to take a yellow and I'll color it in too. Makes it a nice rich color. Okay, now let's take our pencil, since I made my bees so small, and make little stripes on the bees. They don't have to be perfect. They're just little bees that are being a nuisance to the bear. And then take your yellow and color on top. There, there's our grumpy bear. And when you're done, go ahead and sign it. Oh, every time I'm signing my name, my pencil breaks. All right, let's be a little bit more careful. There we go. All right, see you tomorrow. What do you think, Molly? What do you think about our bear? Huh? Did we bore you? Oh. All right, not interested in the bear. That's Honey. Goofy.